Emoni Bates. Emoni Bates was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as like a high school kid, and he's the next LeBron, right? Except one thing happened to Emoni Bates. He started reading his own nonsense. Daddy started the Bates Academy so little Emoni could go to school privately at his own prep school. And I'm guessing, I don't know whether this is true or not, but I'm guessing if you start a prep school and your son's a #1 player in the country, I'm guessing you can make some money on that prep school. You know what I mean? So little Emoni goes out to Memphis where they got a lot of players, and most of them don't give a rat's ass that you're the #1 player and you're from Ypsilanti and blah, 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 blah. So Emoni Bates goes out there, and he's bigger than the program, of course. Now, what do I always tell you? I tell you never be bigger than the program. The 3 clowns that went into the NBA, and I'll get to one of them in a minute, talking about how they're the best player in the world. LeBron's got to show me something. And, of course, in 2 months, I'll be the best player in the NBA. Those guys are idiots. And that's Holmgren with the best player in the NBA. Our guy Mathurin saying LeBron has to show him something. And, of course, Shaedon Sharpe, who didn't even play this year, but somehow, some way went 7th in the draft. So this guy here decides he's bigger than everyone. He's buying his own crap. And he ends up going to Memphis, where Memphis players don't give a rat's ass about Emoni Bates. Hell, the coach at Memphis was Emoni Bates and ended up being a great player, Penny Hardaway. So he gets to Memphis, can't play a lick, can't get on the court, fakes a back injury, leaves the team. The team goes on a winning streak when Emoni Bates is gone. So what happens to Emoni Bates? Emoni Bates assumed that he would be in the NBA right now. I mean, that's the assumption, right? But the assumption is inaccurate. Hell, he don't even get in the game. He gets in the game a little bit in the NCAA tournament. Fine. They lose because they always lose when Emoni Bates is on the team. And next thing you know, he's got to find another place to go because there's no self-respecting coach that wants Emoni Bates on his team, at least in Memphis, at least one that played in the NBA. We fast forward. We fast forward to Eastern Michigan. Now, Eastern Michigan, you got to understand something. When you're in the MAC, hey, man, you're always looking for lightning in a bottle. I'm the only MAC coach in the history of the world that had a job, actually had the press conference at West Virginia, was out of the MAC, and came back to the MAC. The hell was I thinking? But I'm a man of somewhat integrity, and I couldn't work for the clowns at West Virginia, so I came back. But when you're in the MAC, you're always looking, and I tell MAC coaches all the time, get out. Get out, win and get out. Well, I had a chance, I didn't do it, so away we go. Anyway, so in the MAC, you get your little coaching job and you become a coach. And now you try to win something. So Stan Heath knows his way around it. Stan Heath is the coach at Eastern Michigan. Stan Heath walked into a laid-down, great team at Kent State. And to Stan's credit, he coached Kent State in his one and only year to the NCAA Elite Eight. So Stan then moves on to Arkansas. Smart. He goes, gets out of the MAC, makes a ton of money, has a couple good years there, gets fired. I think goes to South Florida. Hell, I can't remember. But now Stan is probably in his mid-50s, maybe early 50s. And Stan says, you know what? Screw this. What do I care? He's 57 years old. What the hell do I care? I don't care if you were a washout over there in Memphis. I want a player. I'm giving you a history lesson on MAC basketball. So Bates comes back. Now, here's the deal. Bates, in his mind, is going to dominate the MAC. We shall see. MAC's pretty good. Players play with a chip on their shoulder. Guys that always come down a level are okay, never great, never like, oh my God. Some get hot, Armand Bassett for Ohio. But anyway, so this guy decides he's going to go to Eastern Michigan, and away we go. Good for him. I hope he makes the NBA. I do.